Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game called The Vow: Vampire's Curse. This is a dark fantasy roguelike deck builder fused with turn-based tactical mechanics. Now in this game you will build your deck, master synergies, upgrade cards, protect the town, and seek to survive 7 cursed nights. Now I found this one compelling, and I really do enjoy the pixel art. It reminds me a little bit of a game like Into the Breach if it were a deck builder and obviously set in a fantasy type realm. So the version I'm playing today is the playtest version. I'm not sure how long they plan to keep the playtest active, but I will leave a link in the video description below. So let's get started. Smash the like button if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you are new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber. Thanks so much. Now let's rock and roll. I must admit, I like that guitar work at the very intro of the game. Quite nice. Let's go ahead and head through the doors and begin our run. So day 1 does dawn here. It's a nice bright day, and of course the first thing that pops is the pixel art, right? Really do like the knight sprites. I like how he sways back and forth. Good colors, good details. Very, very good. So what we're doing here is effectively these red nodes. This is where the enemy's going to spawn, okay? So we got 2 coming in the top corner and then 1 down here. And we have these 4 buildings that we must protect, all right? So each of these buildings are going to do something different. They're actually going to apply a different upgrade, and that's what we're assigning right now. So at the beginning of each new map, you can assign new upgrades, and what's cool about it is the upgrades carry over from map to map. So you can kind of customize a little bit, build synergies, build a build that way, if you will. So first up, we do have the warehouse. Let's go ahead and click on this. So the ability of the warehouse, so what it does, within 2 tiles of the warehouse, summon 1 obstacle with 4 HP. Obstacles are good because, blocking the enemy is actually a pretty important part of this game. So we can choose this upgrade right here, which will give us 2 more obstacles, or excuse me, 2 obstacles instead of just 1. Obstacles are summoned within 3 tiles, so it will extend the range a little bit. Or when attempting to attack an obstacle in melee combat, the enemy takes 1 damage. I think more is better with this. Let's go ahead and grab 2 obstacles. So now that's phase is done for the warehouse, and of course at the beginning of another map we can choose another upgrade. We can choose the same upgrade if we like as well. Looks like the upgrade total is 3 for each category. So next we have the church. So choose 1 target, it gains 1 temporary HP. So the ability triggers twice, so 2 temporary HP, that's pretty good. After using the ability, the church gains 2 temporary HP. After using the ability, everything except buildings gain 1 temporary HP. That is of course obstacles as well. I mean, that's not terrible, but I think we should probably go with the ability triggers twice. Sounds pretty effective to me. Now we have the tavern. Alright, so this is going to summon a villager within 2 tiles of the tavern, 1 HP and 1 speed, 1 attack strikes, and adjacent tile with 1 power. Okay, so it's a pretty weak unit, but a meat shield nonetheless. So we can upgrade the speed of the villager. We can allow the villager to push the target 1 tile when attacking. Because this game's all about, like, the enemy will kind of get in position and show you where they're attacking, and then you have to kind of react to it. So if you push them, oftentimes you can either push them into one of their allies so they attack their own ally, which is good, or you can push them out of harm's way so they're not attacking a building or you. So pushing, a lot like in Into the Breach, is a pretty effective, I guess, strategy in this one. Otherwise, the villager's attack gain burning 1. I think let's give the villager more speed so he can get in there, and then we'll probably do this one next. And then we have the scriptorium. So this is going to place a scripture at least 4 tiles from the center of the map. If you end your movement on its tile, draw a card. So you have to end your movement on the scripture itself, and then you get to draw a card. Then not to mention other things. So reading the scripture gives a white card. Reading the scripture lets you choose a target to gain blessing 3 once per night. When reading the scripture, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and choose 1. Okay, interesting. So what do we like best here? Well, let's go with blessing 3. I'm okay with that. Alright, so now we have to place the scripture, kind of getting set up for battle, and it's 4 tiles from the center. We are standing on the center of the map, so any of these zones are eligible. I think we go down here with it. I'm okay with that. Summon a villager. Okay, so we have opposition coming right here. I mean, let's let the opposition maybe move in. Let's throw them like right there to handle this enemy. Then 2 tiles of the warehouse, summon 2 obstacles. Okay, so this is the warehouse. We got enemies coming from here, so let's block it there, and let's block here as well. Fantastic. Choose 2 targets that gain 1 temporary HP. Well, obviously our boy Richard here. And then we'll do our villager as well. Okay, fantastic. We're ready to go. And nightfall comes, night one begins, get ready. And the enemy is going to be spawning in. So, our goal here, my friends, is to survive 5 turns to win. Of course, we're on turn 1. And now we're going to be drawing some cards, okay? So this game blends like a nice little tactical grid combat with cards. Looks like this guy is going to hit me with a ranged attack. And you can always see what it's going to do. Just hover over. So Richard will take... Well, he's going to lose his temporary HP and then 1. So this guy's hitting for 2. Looks like the villager like jukes him out of his shoes. Very, very nice. But this is obviously an instance where pushing this enemy will actually harm us because we'd push him right here to attack this building. I mean, ultimately, we want to save the buildings. This guy's going for the obstacle. Not a big deal at all. So we really have to address this guy. So how are we going to do this exactly? Well, the deck building and the card playing in this game it's a little unique, okay? So what you want to pay attention to is the elements in the top right corner of each card. So this is obviously a colorless card, and I think you have to like begin with these because you can't chain them into anything else. So if we see the 3 orbs, we got a blue orb, a red orb, and a green orb, okay? So after playing this card, we will be able to play a card that is either blue, red, or green. Those are the 3 card types, so it's very versatile. It's good. We can chain it. However, if we were to lead with, say, this card, Call of the Wolf, you can see we can only use a blue card afterward. So if I were to lead with this card, that would be it. Our turn would be effectively over, which wouldn't be good. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. It's the biggest element of this game to understand is sort of the card chaining. Okay, so we can do sprints. We can power strike down this guy. Power strike does 2 melee damage. And then some cards have another, I guess, condition to them. So for instance, if you look at this power strike, to activate this action, play this card after exactly 4 cards to activate the condition, which is triple effect. Actions will trigger 3 times, which is kind of crazy. That'll be 3 strikes for 6 damage. I mean, that's great, but we're going to have to find a way to chain it last. And not to mention be in a spot to attack from as well. It's a melee attack. So that's kind of crazy. But it's also got some versatility. So I think, like, the way I see this is, we probably use sprint start, which will allow us to move 3, okay? We can get into a spot to attack this guy. We can. And then maybe we just power strike him for 2 damage. Which will give us access to all kinds of other things. We could do Hearthward Step. Actually, no. If we use Hearthward Step, we don't have a blue card. So we're going to have to do, like, Power Strike. What about, like, Shockwave Strike? So what if I move... So this is where it gets a little challenging because Shockwave Strike, it's a ranged attack. Target in a straight line. Adjacent tiles can't be selected, though. So it would be a pretty good solution. I think the most important thing to do is simply move, because this guy has a ranged attack, right? He's trying to hit me. So if I go sprint right here, we power strike him, and then we call the wolf. I think that's probably our best opening move. So let's go. Let's get you right there, Richard. And let's power strike. Bam. All right, nice hit. Let's go ahead and call on the wolf. Of course, we can do that because power strike is all 3 elements. Could also use shockwave strike, but I can't hit anything adjacent with it. And now you can see this guy's shot goes the full way, right? Hearthward Step. So what is this? Move 1. Richard moves 1 tile. Choose a target within 2 tiles. Target fully blocks damage from the next attack. Let's go ahead and do Call of the Wolf. And this allows me to... Okay, force an ally's action. Okay, so we can make the ally take their action, which, of course, results in a poke right here, and then he's going to choose a new action as well. So it gives him a double attack, which is really, really nice. And then we also get to summon a wolf, which is fantastic. Let's put the wolf right here. Maybe he can finish off this guy. Yeah, you bet. Get him, Wolfie. Good boy. Alright, so wrong color, as you can see. Because this is, of course, a red card. Can only play a blue after the Call of the Wolf, right? So we have to end our turn here, which is fine. And then another thing that happens in fight as you kill more of these enemies, I guess their blood enriches your deck. And then once it fills all the way up, like this little gate will fill up red. Once it fills all the way up, you can upgrade cards as well to make them stronger. Super cool. Let's go ahead and end our turn right there. So we've got the wolf. It's going to take out this guy. Nice. The villager gets him, and you bet the bloodletting begins. Let's go ahead and upgrade a card. So we have Shockwave Strike or Gravitational Leap. So move to melee push 1. Okay. So it allows you to move and push. Otherwise, we've got Shockwave Strike here. I am a fan of this one. I think it's pretty good. It does damage and burning. You just can't attack adjacent, but I mean, you can get a straight line. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. So also push tiles adjacent to the target. Okay, so adjacent to the target that we're selecting. Also deal damage to tiles adjacent to the target. I like that. That's like a catapult shot. Let's do it. Fantastic. So now Shockwave Strike improves up to Shockwave Strike 2. You love to see it. Alright, so this guy hits the carts. No big deal at all. And we got another enemy spawning in here and here. I think that villager actually did a pretty good job on him. However, how does he handle a ranged unit? Guess we'll see. This guy gets happy with the card again, which is completely fine. I mean, it is good. This guy is attacking the house now, though. So we don't like this too much. I'm like way too preoccupied. So he's going to hit the card. We got Wolf. I mean, so what does this do? Within 2 tiles. So let's see if I can move 3. 1, 2, 3. Hearthward Step is 1 tile. I can get shield on this building. Then the villager can do what the villager does. And let's see, that'll be a green card used. So we'll have to go into a green or a blue. So it'll be blue. We can use Gravitational Leap. And we do have Shockwave Strike as well. And part of me feels like maybe there's a play here with Shockwave Strike. So what if we go 1, 2, 3, like so? 1, 2, 3. I'd like to stay on this line and Shockwave Strike right here, man. You know what I mean? But then this building takes a hit, and I'm not infatuated with that idea at all. I'm really not. So I think we have to kind of execute the initial plan. I think the wolf can hold his own for a while. So let's sprint on back. Let's go back this way. So this guy's gonna miss now. Let's play this. Let's get a shield on this building here. You bet. Alright, so Vanguard Steps. So we can play a blue. This will enable us to play a red. We have Gravitational Leap to move 2 tiles. So I could go here. I wonder if we do friendly damage. I would assume that we probably do. Vanguard Steps, though. I've got to get off this line, but Vanguard Steps. Otherwise, I could leap up here and we could hit him with Shockwave Strike. Actually, no, never mind. This does not enable you to use a red card. Vanguard Steps is move 1 and then melee damage. Play this card after a red card to meet the condition. Flight 2. Well, I mean, we certainly have to move back into the fray. I think anyways. I can do that by leaping in. Let's leap right there. Then he can push. Okay. Well, let's push the air. That's right. Do I want to use Vanguard Steps? I think I'm good. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Alright, nice poke there by the villager. Wolf gets a bite in. These guys have 3 HP, which is a lot. And the card is compromised. This building shakes off the blow. And let's see what he does now. Is he going to hit the building again? Okay, we got these goblin dudes starting to mass up a little bit. Yeah. Of course he will. This guy's attacking the villager. Alright, so what does this do? Forceful Repulsion. Summon anywhere obstacle. After 4 cards to activate, okay? And of course we can push enemies into other ones. I mean, I think you got a shockwave. Like, we got to get some heat on these guys. Big time. So this is what? Play after a red card. So if I actually do this, how about Vital Slash? Self-Blessing 2. Melee damage 2. Okay, so it's a melee attack. And I could take out this guy with it. I don't like this guy attacking this. So if I can... Let's see. So if I can do... If I can maybe do this to push all of these guys together, then hit him with the Shockwave Strike. I mean, that's an option. I think that's what you have to do. Now, this building will certainly take a hit, but I think you could certainly do worse. I mean, you have to, man. You have to do this. That's right. Okay. So, not half bad. Forced to use a red card here. Again, not half bad. That's right, the bloodletting. Like, really, really bloody effects in this game. So, I cannot use Sprint. Is that correct? Yeah, I can't. So, you have to use these colorless cards first. Obviously, right? So this game often has you moving on your very first turn. Now this guy's not doing too much. This guy will probably move in. I mean, he's on fire though, so he's actually going to get wrecked. Going to get burnt up. This guy's attacking me, which is fine. Can I, like, somehow bail this out? A Vital Slash is a Self-Blessing. Vanguard Steps. Gotta use green though. Let's use the blessing and then, I mean, we can take out this guy. Bam, get wrecked. And another card upgrade. Vanguard Steps. Can we move further with this? I mean, it's got all three elements to it. Let's use that. Melee damage deals +1. Add move to an adjacent tile. Okay, so we can move twice. So after you play a red card, I think... Let's take the damage upgrade. I think there's probably more versatility with this one. Let's move down this way. Alright, so we are going to take a hit. This building will take a hit, but it's going to hang in there. But still, it's not good, right? You don't like to take hits. Ouch. Okay, beginning of a new turn here. This guy's going to get cute. Alright, so what are you going to do, villager? Force Embrace. Select the target in a straight line, ignoring obstacles. Adjacent tiles can't be selected. The target removes negative effects and gains 3 temporary HP. We have Will's Command. Self-Blessing 4 if played after a blue card. Okay, so we can damage 1 and pull 1. Okay. So I could pull up this guy. He'd hit the wolf, but that's okay. We can always summon the wolf back. We can use Provoke as well. Can provoke this guy to us. It looks like I'm stuck moving. So within 3 tiles, so 1, 2, 3. This should actually work. So I can move here. We could provoke this guy. What does this do? Moves 2 tiles, ignoring obstacles. So I could actually jump right here as well. I don't want both of my buildings taking a hit though. 3 temp HP is an option. Target in a straight line. So if I'm right here, we can throw 3 temp HP on this one. So I think this is what you do. You move here. You go for... probably go Forest Embrace. On this. Bunch of temp HP. You bet. We can provoke this guy. I suppose I could fly first. Let's go down on the scroll. Alright, cool. So we got a card. I could Shockwave Strike. Then into Will's Command. Shockwave Strike in the villager takes this guy out. Then I can provoke this one instead. If we can make it all happen though. So Shockwave Strike, Will's Command. Provocation. Ah, so what does this do? Oh, any non-enemy blessing 3. Well, let's bless up this. Any non-enemy. Place scripture not closer than 4 from Richard. Okay. Let's throw it up there. Okay, blessing 3. Throw it on you. Bam. Is that like a permanent increase? No, it simply just survives the hit now. Okay, cool. So let's use this. This guy should be down from the villager. And then we can use provocation. So we can use Will's Command. We can pull this guy into the villager. That's right, get absolutely wrecked, man. Then we can provoke this guy. No, he's actually hitting me, though. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that definitely hurts a lot. So he goes back, you know, just assumes the normal position, beating on my buildings. Well, let's do this. Hey, what's up, pal? Oh, you can't do this. Blessing, yeah. And then, bam, get wrecked. That's right, that's what you get. That's what you get, man. I don't feel bad about it at all. Right, way to go, boys. So the first map is clear. And that's essentially how the game works. And then any remaining hit points goes into this fortitude meter. And then I think what it does is at the beginning of the next map, it's going to spread out the fortitude evenly across all of your buildings. So we were right there. We're going to what appears to be like a churchyard next. So let's make it happen. Alright, so day 2 of 3, okay. So we'll have to see kind of how long this goes, and you can see a bit different of an arrangement. Looks like we're going to have a lot of enemies spawning kind of in this area. Now, I do like it. I think it's a more desirable position. A relic unearthed. Okay, so Mirror of Truth. When attempting to attack Richard in melee combat, the enemy takes 3 damage or +1 damage in melee. Let's do +1 damage, but taking 3 damage is pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and upgrade our buildings again. So, Scriptorium. We already have a stack in this. So, Blessing 4. Oh, let's go with this. Church. What do we have? Ability triggers 3 times. Church gains 2 temporary HP. Everything except buildings gains 1 temp HP. Let's do that. I'm thinking obstacles. Do we go with 3 obstacle summons? We could do 3 obstacle summons. Let's actually extend the range. Right? So we can get it kind of more forward. Villager has 2 health. Pushes or gains burning. Let's go 2 health. He's got to be able to take a hit, man. Alright, place a scripture. Let's throw it down there. Summon the villager. Let's throw him right there. Okay. Barricade's coming down. And 2 targets. Alright, nice. Of course, our obstacles get a little powered up. Alright, night 2 begins. Get ready. Yes, indeed. Alright, so who are these guys? This guy has a bomb? What? These guys have a large axe? Man, I do like the pixel art. Looks real good. They move around, man. I do enjoy it. And the hit we took does persist, unfortunately. Looks like he's throwing it at... I wonder if he's doing splash damage or exactly what's going on, but... Looks like he's trying to hit... this. Probably does splash damage. Maybe. But regardless, these guys have 5 HP. Massive amount of HP, man. Okay, we can shield up. Vanguard is 2 melee damage. We can pull. This is push. So I think we certainly want to move. I could also just leap. So if I sprint up this way, get a hit on this guy. After a red card for the condition. After a blue card. Self-blessing. After a blue card, I mean, I think that's certainly viable. Alright, let's go ahead and move up this way. Think you probably do this to begin with. And then you go... This is going to be good after a blue card, so you probably go this next. Bam. Alright, nice hit, Richard. That was for 3. So that is good. So I could push him and then pull him. Although I wonder, can I pull him into myself? I mean, huge blessing. Oh, never mind, he's adjacent. Okay, so I should have probably pulled him. That's alright. So push, we can do 2 shield. Target within 2 tiles. So I think what I should do is, let's move right here. Get wrecked, man. That's right, get pushed. For this, let's stay put. Let's shield this up. Right, not bad. What I'm finding is this game definitely makes you think. Okay, so that did what? 1 damage. Okay, fire. Great. This game definitely makes you think about the cards you have in your hand and the best thing to do with them, right? You want to try to probably use them all, if possible. Alright, now here they come, just collapsing on my buildings. Villager just always out of position. Right, we do have Call of the Wolf, though. To activate this action, play this card after a green card, Bloodlust 1. Choose an ally. Target increases the target attack by 1. And this guy boxes me in. Are you serious, dude? I'm going to have to probably fly back. Removes negative effects, gains 3 temp HP. I mean, this thing's done. It's toast. It's going to get toppled, even with block. So we have to take out this guy. I mean, moving doesn't really do anything for me. Force Embrace. This is Blessing in a straight line. Do I have an attack on me even? I mean, I don't. I can move, but I don't actually have an attack on me, which is kind of crazy. Choose a target within 3 tiles. Declares a new attack. Trying to choose Richard as the target. I mean, if I could somehow get like here, use Blessing on this. So in a straight line, right? Otherwise, I move all the way here. And we bless it. And then I get the wolf out there. Could also try to provoke as well. Provoke this guy. But then I won't really be moving anywhere. So we're going to have to... We have to do... Nah, never mind, I can't move by this guy because he blocked me in. Why would you block me in, man? And that's our only ticket to the green. So what I have to do... is I have to do this. I have to provoke this guy and then fly away. So he's going to turn his attention to me, of course. Then I'm going to have to use Wanderer's Path. I think I should probably hop down here. We at least saved the building. Wanderer's Path does allow us to use Call of the Wolf. So this guy will choose a new action, which means he's going to run right up and get slaughtered. So I'm good with that, man. Yeah, we can skip this. But let's get our wolf down. We need more allies out here, man. That's it. Kind of a wonky turn because... I mean, I got blocked in. I couldn't use Force Embrace. But we managed to kind of work our way out of it, at least. Though these guys and their bombs. Okay, so now it's burning. Yikes, dude. And they just keep on coming in, don't they? Alright, give me some good cards here, game. This is an example of a good card. I've got to get this guy down, and somehow we have to use Force Embrace on this. Shockwave Strike as well, so this is another good one, but... Of course, it's a straight line. Definitely a straight line. So if I move right here, we go Shockwave Strike right here. +1 damage in melee. That enables us to use green cards. I could Force Embrace this. Force embrace this. Got our 3 colors back again. After 4 cards, so 1, 2, 3. So 4, this is summon an obstacle anywhere. I think that's going to be useful. I mean, that's the only way I really see it happening. So let's go here. Bam. Let's go Shockwave Strike. Light these guys up. Okay. Force Embrace. On this. Okay, good. Well, after exactly 4 cards. Well, Vital Slash it is then. Bam, cut him down, Richard. Good job. Nice, got a card upgrade. Vital Slash, Wondrous Path. Vital Slash, let's see. Self-Blessing, melee damage, Wondrous Path. Let's do that. It's movement. I feel like ally acts now and plans again. Okay, force the action of an ally. Not bad. Draw a card after moving. Let's do the draw card. Feel like we've been getting some underwhelming hands. But like the deck building and card upgrading system in this game is... I do enjoy it. Okay, so I can push 1, damage 1. Okay. So this guy's going to be hitting me here. Is that so? I could push him, but we got to get this guy out of here. Is he not attacking? Doesn't look like he's attacking. Well, let's see. So what can we do? Can I push these guys into some friendly fire? So obstacle, yeah. We'll hit that. Okay, I see. Well, I don't want to attack my wolf. Can I push this into him? That's the question. You sure can. Alright, you bet. Cut him down. Lots of blood. You know, getting hit by that cart. Brutal stuff. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Alright, nice pitchfork in the back. And the wolf gets the bite, you bet. Looks like we're going to take a hit here. We do. But we got plenty of temporary HP. Stay propped up. Alright, this guy moves up. This guy blocks me in, okay. And of course, this guy's up to his old tricks. Alright, hopefully we get something decent. Power Strike. I mean, that's certainly something decent. Do 3 damage. This guy has 3 HP. Not bad at all. And I can't move anywhere, right? So, I think we have to Power Strike to victory. Otherwise, this is pulling... Self-blessing. Let's Power Strike this guy down. Get wrecked, man. Bam. That's right. Cut you down. Choose a target within 2 tiles. Fully blocks next attack. Looks like these two, well, no, never mind. They won't take him out, but... doing an admirable job, regardless. Looks like Villager is going to get cut down. How about this guy? Let's try to take this guy out. If I use this, it's a blue card that it chains to. Target in a straight line. Target takes 1 damage, is forced to pull toward Richard. I mean, I can probably pull him into myself. I don't really need to, though. What I can do is, we can do this. Let's do this. Let's forego the move. Throw a shield on the wolf. And this vital slash you. Like, yeah, self-blessing you, bet. And then, dude, just get wrecked. That's right. In the back. And he drops dead. Now, I don't like this. Because of the burning. But there's not much I can do about it. Alright, nice pitchfork. Wolf, get him. Villager, gonna get cut down here. Last turn. Okay, never mind. He does not get cut down. Can somebody get over here and take this guy out, though? I suppose I'm gonna have to. Looks like you guys have this guy handled. So, Vanguard steps. Move one tile, do some damage. We have this. Into Vanguard steps. Melee damage 2 will hit for 3. So this is quite nice. Let's jump there, Richard. Force Embrace. Doesn't really matter because we got this thing wrapped up. Vanguard steps. Play Scripture. Throw it right there. Any non-enemy blessing 3. Vanguard steps. Don't need to move. Just need this. Bam. That's right. Get wrecked, man. Sick of you. See, we can move to melee push 1. I mean, I can't push this, can I? No, but that would have been cool. Alright, Force Embrace. Let's buff up this card. It's a real buff. It's a real buffed up card. Call the wolf. Alright, forced action for the ally. That's right. Stab him in the gut. Get him, wolf. Ally Bloodlust. And Will's Command. Wrong color. I could have pulled him into the rocks. That's all good. These guys have it taken care of. Cart falls apart, but that's quite nice. Bam. Right there in the gut. That's right. That's what you get for coming up on my Hamlet, man. Leave my Hamlet be. And we actually get out of there. I mean, it was pretty tight for a while, but we got out of there in decent shape. Which is quite nice. For now, the village stands, but darkness will return. Be ready. Seems like a pretty consistent thing in this particular title. And it looks like the next target is going to be like a dark village in the distance. Looks like there's a castle up here, man. So let's stop on in and scout it out quick. But my friends, we just quickly run out of time, right? Yeah. Like time flies when you're having fun for sure. Day 3 does dawn. And this might be the end of the playtest that they have. Maybe. But we're at the 45-minute mark. You know, each of these fights are taking 20, 25 minutes or so. This one will probably take a little longer given it's probably going to be a little more complex. But the time has come to choose an omen. Bloody traces on the ground. When moving, Richard takes 1 damage but cannot die from this effect. All enemies have +1 health. Okay, so it's wow. I mean, I think you gotta do this. All enemies with +1 health is brutal. Absolutely brutal. So let's go ahead and choose our upgrades, and then I'm gonna back out, but you'll have to certainly let me know if you want to see more of this game. It's a fun game. Let's go with Villager Speed +3. Scriptorium. Gives a white card, yeah. Summons 3 obstacles. 4 tiles. Let's go with 3 obstacles. And for the church, I like this quite a bit. Place the scripture. We can throw it in the back corner there. Villager, let's get you in the bushes, man. Guerrilla tactics. Let's block this off. We'll, of course, have to find a way to kind of leap over. Choose 2 targets. Now, I think we actually have a pretty good standing here. We got a pretty good defense set up. Probably have Richard focus on these 2 tiles and then Villager, hopefully with the wolf right there. Okay, so we have cavalry units. All right, I really do like the pixel art in this game, man. It's really good looking. Like a fully mounted unit that, you know, looks like a fully mounted unit. This game definitely does a good job with the pixel art. This guy has block and a bunch of HP. His name is Godfrey. He must be a boss. I was going to say a shield. A boss. He does have a shield. He must be a boss of some sort. Yeah, kill the boss before the night ends. Turns left 5. So that would be the next goal if you want to see another video here, my friends. But we are fresh out of time. I don't like these game preview videos to get really too long. However, this has been The Vow Vampire's Curse. A fun, dark fantasy roguelike deck builder. You know, that really does blend in a really fun turn-based tactical element, strategic element as well. And I do like how, you know, the different genres converge in this game into a pretty fun experience, a pretty tight experience as well, a pretty challenging experience that'll keep you thinking. I mean, I found myself really just kind of slowing down and being like, all right, let's take this card by card and let's figure out, like, you know, here are the challenges, here are the issues before us. And we have, you know, these cards in our deck. What can we do about the deck that we have on hand to solve the solutions, right? To limit building damage, to not get Richard killed, a variety of other things that you have to sort of consider when in fight. I think this game does that well. And like I mentioned in the intro, it's got some Into the Breach vibes. I mean, it doesn't look like Into the Breach. It looks very, very good. But it doesn't look like Into the Breach, right? That was robots and things like giant bugs and things of the like. But it's got a similar, I guess it tickles the brain in a similar way that Into the Breach does, where you have to consider pushing and pulling and, you know, where your unit is, where they're going to be, all kinds of things. And I think this game does it well. It definitely makes you think. And that's one of the things that I appreciated about it. Now, if you want to check it out for yourself, like I said, we're playing the playtest version. I'm not sure how long they plan to keep the playtest up. Throw it on the wish list, of course, if the playtest happens to be closed up. And keep your eye on it if you liked what you saw here today. So I'm going to get on out of here, but before I do, my friends, I just want to say thank you for spending some time on the channel. I really do appreciate it. Smash the like button if you like what you saw here today and you like the content. Would greatly appreciate that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What other games does this remind you of? And if you happen to be new here and you're at the end of the video, then consider subscribing to the channel. We are a very consistent channel here. I mean, I've released, on average, over the past 2 years, 1.04 videos per day. So, of course, that's 1 video per day for the past 2 years. So this channel's been, you know, really cranking out the content. And if you enjoy it, the best way to show your support is hitting that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 before year end. And we're really, really close, right? We need like 35 more subscribers. So be one of those 35. Would greatly appreciate that. So with all of that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks again for spending some time here. And I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.